Facing our fears with awareness. Hello, all you beautiful souls out there in my social media family. How are you doing today? My name's Chris, and I'm here to help you find your happiness. In today's video, we're going to be talking about facing our fears with awareness. Now, this video was inspired by a conversation that I was having with a really good friend of mine earlier today about how we go about that's a good one. Anyways, how do we go about healing things that we may not be aware that are affecting us? Well, the way that I have been able to really start to understand the things that I need to heal is through understanding, facing my fears with awareness. One of the things that I made a video on recently is that you can't heal somebody who doesn't know, or you can't save somebody who doesn't know they're lost. And in that video, I discussed about, simply having the awareness that we are hurting is 10 times further along in the process than most people are when they don't know that they're even aware that their thoughts, their words, and their actions are being caused by inner pain and inner turmoil caused, by past traumatic experiences. So when you can start facing your feelings with awareness, then you can start to be the observer of the thoughts, the observer of the emotions that are coming into your world and causing you that pain and suffering. And one of the things that I realized now that I'm on the other side of the healing aspect of things, now I'm not saying that I'm perfectly healed or that, I'm, enlightened or any of that. There's still work that I have to do as well. But I've definitely leveled up quite a few levels from the point of allowing pain and suffering to take over control of my thoughts, my words, and my actions. And I did that through being aware that I was depressed, being aware that I was anxious, being aware that I was, causing pain and suffering in my life, through allowing those thoughts and emotions to continue to cycle through over and over and over and over again. And once I was aware of that, then I was able to start asking myself those deeper questions. Like, when something came into my awareness that was bothering me, rather than trying to suppress it the way that I used to in the past, what I did is I started to ask the question, why? Why is this affecting me the way it is? So then I would get to the next level. And then once I figured out the why of that, then I would ask why again. And then I continued that process. And sometimes I would only be able to ask that 2 or 3 times before not being able to ask why. There wasn't anything deeper than that. But other times, like I was explaining to my friend, there's times where I get down 10, 11, 12 levels deep of being able to continue to ask, why is that bothering me? Well, okay, then now I figure this one out. Why is that bothering me? And through that awareness and continuing down, further down, we can start to funnel down to the core cause of what's causing us pain and suffering. And what I noticed is there were certain things that went way back into my childhood, way past, just the most recent traumatic experiences that I had gone through. And then through that awareness, like I said in the beginning, facing those feelings through awareness, I was able to just start to heal from those so that they no longer affected me in a manner which caused me to get into my lower vibrational emotions. Now, one of the things through this conversation that I'm having with you that I want you to understand is that we all have 2 sides of our ego. We have a good side of our ego and a bad side of our ego. The good side of our ego is what helps us be successful. What drives us to, motivates us to really start to take action towards the things that we dream of and desire. The negative side of our ego, or the bad side of our ego, causes us to get into these incessant cycles of pain and suffering. And that is the side that I used to try to suppress. And unfortunately, through that suppression, it didn't allow those emotions to pass through, nor did it give me the awareness of what was truly bothering me so that I can face it through that awareness and start to heal from it. So one of the things that I want you to do is to, if you're finding yourself in a spot where you're kind of in that loop of that pain and suffering, rather than trying to ignore it or suppress it, or just completely try to kill those emotions off, one of the things that I want you to do is allow yourself the time to go through that process that I mentioned earlier, and therefore be able to find the root cause. And if you're having a problem doing that, one of the things that I want to encourage you to do is at least start to be conscious of when those emotions are coming up, And rather than reacting to those, try to go ahead and take a minute to respond. And again, if you can't do it in the moment, that's okay. It takes practice. It wasn't something that I was just, from one day to the next was started able to do. It was something that took me to at least first start to be aware that these emotions are there, and then start to figure out why they keep resurfacing. And if you're willing to take the time to help yourself understand why these feelings keep resurfacing, that is when you're going to be able to face your feelings with the awareness that's going to help you to be able to start healing. All right, everybody, I hope that you enjoyed that video. Don't forget to smash the thumbs up button. And also, please subscribe if you haven't already. It would definitely mean a lot to me. Aside from that, please share this video with somebody who you think might benefit from it, because we never know when the right words from the right person are going to hit somebody at the right time and help them find their happiness. Until next time, I'm sending you all much love. Namaste.